Hi there, it's Rosa. I'm actually having a really good morning because I weighed myself and I usually don't do that. And I lost another 5 pounds, so I'm pretty happy. It's a Wednesday, it's been a while. I did whatnot on Monday and Tuesday. They both were really okay, but I really realized that my voice is not good enough for a whatnot show. It kind of sucks because to realize it is depressingly sad, but it's like, dang it, at least I'm realizing it now. Because after 28 minutes of trying to talk, I didn't make any sales, obviously, because I was only on there for 28 minutes. I didn't have enough time to actually do anything, right? I just couldn't get past it. Once I got to 28 minutes, my voice was so hoarse. I couldn't even say anything. And it was like, oh my God, okay, how am I supposed to do a 2-hour show, 3-hour show of talking about art if after under 30 minutes my voice goes down? So what I did is I made an appointment. I think I have glare on my face for my daughter. I made an appointment for the doctor to see why my voice goes hoarse after only 30 minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little bit different. I had a set plan for whatnot. And now I don't think it's logical to push myself into that. You know, if I can't force my voice to talk if I can't talk. I'm doing like videos that I would define as long form for YouTube for you guys, but technically, whatnot is long form, and that's like doing a 2, 3 hour, 4 hour show, and I can't see myself doing that right now, right? So that kind of changes my perspective and stuff like that. I need to practice talking about my art and figuring out the stories behind my art. I have stories and stuff like that, but I don't really have them. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm gonna read this book about stories. I'm gonna read books about storytelling for my business and stuff like that, and see how I can apply it to my art and stuff. Because I know that when you stick a story to something, it does do better. And every piece I make has a story. I just have to remember the story behind it. Like there's one collection that I made. I know I can't remember why I made it, but when I look at it, it's just like so amazing. So maybe the next time you see my wall behind me, it's going to be one of those collections that I made specifically with a story in mind, but I can't remember the story. And I'm hoping I can do that, and then I can just talk about that and be recorded and stuff. You know, I saw a video about artists that says like, people buy the art from us, and they want to know our story and the why behind what we make it, and that makes sense because I would want that, and that was the whole point of doing the whatnot, was to share the story behind the pieces. But if I can't talk live for more than 30 minutes at a time, I can't show the pieces. But if I can talk in sections and record it similar to this, then I can do that, and I can see myself being able to do that. So maybe a live isn't for me, sadly, not until I get my voice checked out and figure out why I can't talk for that long. Because normally I could, and I thought I could, and I guess I can't. And it's not fun to know. But there's still hope. Like, I still want to do the 100 piece collection for you guys. So you guys can see that whole process. Haven't started yet. This week I took a kind of like an art break to clear my mind before I start doing that. And like I'm gonna continue doing that because I still need some break. It's only Wednesday, and I don't feel like I'm ready to not just like film or anything like that, but dig into deep into the collection that I want to make, because I do want to make a 100 piece collection. I do want to make it, and like the computer I got works perfectly for it. It's just the right size. I got the HDMI cable for it. That's perfectly gonna work really, really well. It's gonna be able to enable me to do that collection. The debate now is to start and to get it done and to finish it and to just have fun with it and stuff like that. I'm excited because I'm doing this like buy a recharge product. This is what I say. When we as artists, we burn out and we get exhausted, I don't think going into a bubble is the solution. I think doing something to fill the time of art is the solution. But it can't be a creative thing. It can't be too creative. It has to be like minimalistic creative. So you can still get that art out of your mind, but it has to be opposite of what you do, right? And it can't be the same. It has to be something that's like completely opposite, completely boring, takes up your time, but it doesn't like make you think too much. Does that make sense? I'm hoping that makes sense. And like normally I would just play a board game or something like that, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something different. So I made like a pretend almanac of a made up country and and I just like made games for it and stuff like that for my babies and stuff. And I turned it into a binder. And it was fun. You can hear my cat behind him playing. It was fun, right? Relaxing because it wasn't art and it was for me. And I'm probably gonna do something else today because I finished that one like really quickly. I started that one on like Monday and I finished it yesterday night and I was like, darn, I finished it too quickly. Perfectionism of a Virgo. Can't help it. I'm gonna do something else. And I have no idea, but I have a plan. It's interesting to do a project, right, that has no meaning behind it rather than the action of doing something that's not connected to your career. And that when you're done with it, you have a start and you have a finish. So when I'm finished with it, I'm done with it. That's it. Next thing. And it feels really nice and it feels really, really good. To know that Whatnot, I have to rehearse my voice better. I thought that doing these videos would help enough, but obviously it's not enough because I can't talk for that long. And that's like it irks me a little bit because I thought I could. And maybe I could in the past, but something is wrong. So I gotta go clean that up and clear it up and figure out the sadness of that. And then what sucks about that is US doesn't have insurance, so I gotta pay for this in cash to figure out what's wrong with my voice and get the medicine for it, which really sucks even worse. So it's Wednesday. The plan is to do another little mini project. No idea what it's gonna be. I have some ideas. Let's see what I do. I'm probably not gonna show it to you or you don't know because it's anonymous. It's a mini project, you know. It's just about just relaxing my brain and relaxing my mind and getting myself prepared for something bigger. Because while I know I need to come up with stuff for my art, I want my mind to be clear next Monday, you know. I want my mind to be clear, I want my focus to be clear. I want to go into like the next art stuff with a clear mind and a clear focus and not so much stress on myself. I feel like I put so much pressure on myself to make money from my art that I sometimes forget the passion behind the art and stuff. With the store still big as my eBay store, I know I can go into my collections and pick out things that all match. And that's the intent. But at the same time, I don't think I'm ready to do that today. I have set things that I built as a collection when I first made them, and I have 2 of those, right? They're already on eBay too, right? I have those 2 that I can easily do, and like I said, I'm gonna probably put them behind me in the next video. We'll see if the next video is tomorrow or whatever. They might be behind me, they might not be, you know. I have those 2 things, right, that I can easily put behind me and just like you can see the collections of that. Excuse me. But at the same time, I know that I'm not ready to do that today. Today, I don't want to put my art business on. I want to just have a little bit of relaxation, a little bit of chill. I want to do something that isn't about my art so that my mind can be free and not be so cluttered. It's really weird though, you know, to know that I need this break for my own sanity and my own health, because I know that I've been putting so much pressure on myself. And I think that we as artists, we need to acknowledge these moments of when we put so much pressure on ourselves and the eyes of our art, that we have to stop and think, am I sacrificing myself, my own inner self, to push myself harder? Or am I enjoying the push that I'm making? And I think that I was just pushing and 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 pushing. And something said, you gotta stop pushing. Just let's pause for a second. Let's distract for a second. I finished that first distraction project. I need another one that's not creative. And I need to just chill. That's what I'm going to do today. We're going to see what happens. I got a new appointment for my voice. Sucks so bad. Hopefully, like, maybe they'll just say, oh, drink some hot tea. Pay like $300 to go to a doctor, and they tell me to drink hot tea. Oh, it sucks so bad. Oh my god. Anyways, motivation for encouragement and motivation. Understand that burnout happens, and understand that the best solution for burnout is to just walk away, chillax, and do something opposite of what you already do. If you're an acrylic artist, do something that is so different from that, but that still has the creativity that you require to feel good. You know, I'm an oil pastel artist. I'm not even doing art at all. You know, I'm literally doing the complete opposite. One thing I really love is I love researching stuff. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of research. I'm just like researching and writing notes and stuff like that. I love doing research. So that's what I'm literally like spending my time doing, is researching and writing it out and like being interactive and stuff like that. That's just a lot more fun because it's also relaxing. Is that weird? It is weird. But yeah. I will catch you next time. Have a great day.